Hello. Is this thing on? I'm doing something a bit different tonight. It's only going to be a short stream, probably an hour and a half. But yeah, I'm just going to go do some cargo hauling. So what I've already done, and I didn't realize this, but the Foundation Festival that finishes at the end of the month, the free fly portion for it, I thought went for the entire month, but it doesn't. It finishes on the 17th. Anyway, they had a whole bunch of free fly ships, a lot. And one of them was a caterpillar, which probably explains why we've seen an uptick in caterpillars around. I'm doing what? I'm going to do some cargo hauling, Silence. Without you, of course. This was just an impromptu thing. I literally just dropped in here to do it. But if you wanted to do some, man, we can party up. I'll jump in Gilded Comms and we'll we can do a convoy. You want to do a convoy? Blue screen just... You're on your bike on your way home from work, and your PC just blue screen Nelson. I need an escort. Is that because you're coming to play Ace? Are you coming to pirate me? You need to prove to your managers that you're, let's say, you're qualified to fly spaceships. Ace doesn't stream snipe? That's alright. I wasn't accusing you of stream sniping, mate. Well, Silence, when you get home, just at me, and I'll jump into Gilded.
Now arriving from Tisa Spaceport. Stand by and let passengers disembark before boarding.
So I'm not going to be going up to fucking Microtech or anything like that. In fact, most of the time, my cargo hauling that I've started doing has just been around bloody Hurston. So yeah, it's
next stop, Tisa Spaceport.
I wouldn't say it's been that therapeutic, but it's just been a good change of pace where I can move cargo around without having to fucking pick up 1,000 boxes to make profit.
Now arriving, Tisa Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
Yeah, I've been mainly doing the barrel trade here. There is what was it, the diamonds on Magda as well that I think some people sleep on. You can purchase diamonds on Magda, and the profit margin for diamonds is actually pretty good. The problem is that the resupply rate is quite low, so yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like,
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
they're here we go.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Problem is, yeah, the refresh rate is so low, but it's actually, the profit margin's actually higher than barrel. So like it's like 500 alpha UEC per unit. Oh, sorry, 500 alpha UEC per SCU. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing any sort of trading on microtech, and the reason for that, and I don't think a lot of haulers realize this, you know, obviously it's just players who are just wanting to make as much credits as quickly as they can, which is why they're doing gold tick trading. But it is so much easier to do piracy on microtech because of the stupidly high quantum travel ceiling. So what we have is pretty much easy mode for quantum dampening targets. Whereas if you're doing trade on the moons, it's a lot more difficult because quantum travel ceilings are a lot lower. So you have to be better at being better at quantum dampening, or have a snare set up. And snares are easy to get around.
You are clear to launch.
Yes, it is, Nelson. That's because of the green zone on the outposts. So a green zone on an outpost is 4.5 kilometers. And the quantum travel ceiling on some of the moons is around 2,000 meters, which means that there's a 500 meter gap between where the QED's dampener can reach. So if you want to do piracy on the moons, you've got to be better. You've got to actually engage in stealth. Engage from a stealthy position. And, you know, like, speed, surprise, and shock action. Those are the 3 key components to being able to pirate somebody on a fucking moon. Which is why a lot of pirates have it fucking easy right now. Or pirates, tourists. They've got it easier right now. Because they can just pirate people in an atmosphere where they don't even have to worry about, you know, traveling that far. See, it's actually one thing that we train for a lot in Mongrel Squad, is dampening targets at outposts, but we do it on moons for that specific reason. And I know you suggested it, Nelson, but there was a video that Burks put out. What was it? Pirates taking over, and it was just him, buddy, kicking the shit out of 3 pirates. Or player pirates who are going to go for a freelance max. And, you know, like, these pirates are like blasé within 5 kilometers of the target. And this target was being retarded. Like, they were buying they were buying gold, filling up their ship. This person just wasn't paying attention to their surroundings. All the pirates are there just hanging around. They would have 100% taken off and gotten themselves pirated. And yeah, it's stupid. You know, what these players are doing. They deserve to get pirated. Now, this guy was lucky that Burks was kind enough to, you know, give him an assist. You know, Burks is a highly competent bloody fighter pilot as well. So those guys really didn't stand much of a chance because, you know, they fucking ran at him like bloody, what was it called? Bad guys from a fucking, you know, bad kung fu movie where, you know, there's 3 of them there and 2 of them, you know, he fought 2 of them to start off with, but they weren't even fighting together, they were just like one-on-one. He just did 3 one-on-ones and that was it. Like, those pirates deserve not to fucking get that target. They should have just missile spammed Burks into fucking oblivion. And then they would have got the freelancer. But instead, you know, they did it wrong from the start. Screen lickers, bloody sitting at the fucking, you know, within detection range of anybody coming near the outpost. And it's hard now because stealth was fucking broken because of the signatures being shit. So it's, you know, a lot easier for haulers, you know, players who are doing trade, players who are doing cargo hauling to pick up on this. Yeah, Nelson, that's because they see us attacking one bloody target and they're like, oh well, they're stuck with those guys. Like, that's the herd mentality. It's like, alright, well, we just lost that lame, sick bloody wildebeest. The rest of the herd gets to survive. Which is why I'm pushing to try and bloody, you know, get the sister orgs up and running. You know, get some more interoperability happening. Get those orgs, you know, expanding the cartel and the Packrats, which is another motivation for doing this stream. You know, expand those orgs so that we have the ability, so that we can go, alright, there's bloody, you know, we've just finished hitting this target, we'll hand this off to the Packrats or the cartel, and then we'll go wait for the next one to leave, and then we'll hit that. You know, just create this bloody, you know, I've talked about it before, the piracy bloody production line. And just keep fucking hitting target after target, take them to a centralized area to process, the chop shop. They pull the cargo, they salvage the ships, pull all the components off that they can. We make buku booty. I'm gonna shoot this. This is a really awkward fucking angle. Well, that's why it's important to know which ships are and aren't, you know, like really stealthy. You know, using the cartel, using the, you know, arrow as scouts is actually quite important now when you're operating on moons. And this is where having a good composition as pirates really comes into play. Because you need somebody close enough. And, you know, sometimes just having, you know, like a bloody, you know, your own hauler who's able to go in there. You know, sit there, make it look like they're in line, but really, they're just there to, you know, provide scouting. It's not really hauling gameplay if there's no Uncle Cracker playing. Hey, DeJuan, how's it going, man? Jet lands the blue at the outpost. That's just it, man. Like, the amount of people out there that are just, you know, being bad. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to fucking get out my... what's it called? Alright, it's alright. I'll do it when I go back to Lawville. Like, here's the thing though, I've done stuff like that where I've just landed the blue at the outpost. Yeah, I'm just bloody here to, you know, refuel, repair, rearm and all that. But with the rise of piracy in this game, that's another reason why I fucking hate it. The rise of piracy in this game means that you can't really do that anymore. Like, haulers get antsy when they see that shit. So what they're gonna do is bloody, you know, like we've seen it before, where if they notice us, they leave. If they see us on approach, they'll leave. Silence is in chat. Right, 1 sec. Streaming comms? There it is. Silence! We'll jump in the streaming comms, man. But the traders don't think twice about it. Yeah. Well, the ones that we've been encountering, Ace, have been a lot smarter. Oh my god, this fucking wind. Ah, that's because I'm not on my main account. I'll type the name in for you so that you're able to copy paste. Space Cutlet, what's going on, man? Why do we have another lock? Maybe it's hyphen instead of underscore? How's the trading going? Trading's been good. Alright. Well, the trading for me has been good. Either taking it from other people or doing it myself. I haven't had any issues. Here we go. I'm just grabbing shit from you. There you go. How's piracy been going for you, Space Cutlet? Fucking look at this. No one has been trading barrel here. No one. Hold up. You guys weren't going across. Try again, Silence. I don't think you were going across in the stream.
They couldn't hear my beautiful voice.
Well, they could definitely hear you then. I just had to turn you down.
Yeah, it's basically, I believe during an op, like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, we saw your name in global chat and saw that global was going down a little bit. We were very curious to see what you guys were up to.
Oh, Cutlet. Dude. Fucking, I am sick of moving boxes by hand. It is so shit. Our guys have actually been buying, what was it, the G20? Logitech mouse, G20 with the infinite scroll. Just to be able to deal with this. Like, it is ridiculous. Nelson, I sent you a DM with the name, mate. Just send us a friend request when you're ready.
I put this forward during an op where someone mentioned that mouse. It might be a bit of a hassle, but you could just edit how many lines your scroll wheel scrolls when you scroll. Because it's not going to change the speed of moving the boxes back and forth. But if you say, okay, I want one line to scroll 50, you can just tick up twice and it's already at max, right? This is mostly theory, but...
No, I don't think that's how it works with the scroll wheel.
No? Oh. It worked in other games where it had a similar situation.
Yeah, it's based on like constantly having a scroll wheel input. Like, what COG needs to do is like set it up so that you can start scrolling with your mouse and then you scroll for a little bit and hold down middle mouse and it just continues that way.
I don't like that because some mice don't have a middle mouse click.
Oh, it just sounds like you need to get a new mouse if that's the case.
Fair enough, you're playing Star Citizen and you have the money. I still think I'd preferably have it on the keyboard so that I can move my mouse whilst holding.
Yeah.
While I was having that down. Like a middle mouse click and moving mouse is uncomfortable.
Yeah, Nelson's got a point. Like, moving that many boxes is just fucking dumb. Like, really, we need a better method of moving boxes. Either larger boxes, or if it's larger boxes, like being able to group them up. Actually, I'm not going to do a direct jump. Let's dogleg it. We need NPCs. Well, I've got prospects and auxiliaries, so, you know. I've got player characters that I can use for that sort of stuff. I should have been charging that before I left. Yeah, unfortunately I need to recruit for the OCX time zone so that there's enough of them there. So I can just palm it off onto them. We don't have enough people showing up for it. Although I can get EU pack rats showing up. But even then, like, it's during the middle of the day for most of them.
So for me, I'm +1, +2 now because of summer. It's like 11:30, so it's literally the middle of the day. So those that are working normal hours are not going to be able to join until you guys finish. And I only get to join because I work late.
Yeah, that could work. I'm gonna get scanned by host and security. So much for a dogleg jump. Left, right, Smith. Left and... yeah. Like, that was the other thing as well. Getting scanned by security, this bullshit. No. Oh, I've been hit by that before.
Agents, do you want me to bring some food, drink for you? Plushie?
Nah, I'm good. Got everything that I need. Yeah, to be honest, Cutlet, I think your suggestion is actually better. When I did my State of Piracy post at the end of the patch, I'm pretty much gonna just, like, be COG on this particular point. Like, moving boxes is just dumb. Like, just the quantity that we're moving. And that if the next iteration of cargo should involve the bigger boxes. And I still don't understand why we haven't heard anything more about the next iteration of cargo since they've committed the whole sea to fucking 320. It's so dumb.
Cool.
Hey, man.
Welcome, Nelson. Bit of a side distraction from the conversation, but chat, I need a drink. What do I grab?
Water.
There's sips, there's fizz, and...
There's only one drink. It's called Cruise Lux.
Does Cruise have a water variant? Because there's a blue one.
No. That's, there's like 5 different...
Cruise Optimal Nutrition Drink.
Yeah. Yeah, Cutlet. Like, right now we've got more targets than we know what to do with, which is great. I like that. I like having that option. But the hit like goes for 5 minutes and then we spend the next hour moving boxes. Like, it's actually been a reason why we haven't put any videos out recently, because every hit is nearly the same and it's just small nuances. Although in the last like week or so, we've actually been getting more people trying to fight back, which has been good.
We have had 3 big orc battles in auxiliaries with targets and their orcs.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, they didn't fought back on the initial hit, but when we were moving the boxes, they came back with an orc.
yeah.
It was a lot of fun, to be honest.
Well, that's just it. Like, these haulers would find a lot more success if they had their escorts to start off with, or if they just traded in smarter places. Like, you know, I'm chilling out in Lorville and Hurston, you know, for a reason. Already, that's the problem, mate. Hello. But that's the problem. You're flying around with the gold. You need to sit at the outpost for like an hour, filling up. And that's, you know, a pirate will find you and then you get pirated. You gotta stop flying around with it. You could also just try bloody bedlogging as well. Just bedlog hop on different servers with a C2 full of gold. Wait until you come to one that's got some, what was it, Cutlass Blues in that. And then just take off. They'll probably cream their pants.
You want as an escort, I have a blue and a mantis.
The blue's probably going to be more useful to us if you want to roll escort.
We get snared out of quantum travel by a pirate, so we dampen the mantis so he can't get away.
Well, if I wanted to do that, we'd use the mantis for the snare, and then we'd tell him, buddy, we're not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with us, and then engage.
Dude, full distortion loadout, and when he's distorted, be like, okay, you can either self-destruct, or you can take a size 20 missile to the face called Cat.
Oh no, I'll board his ship, I'll then bloody in-cap them, and then I'll start stripping their ship for parts. Whatever I can take from them, I'll take. Shit, I need to pick up a railgun too.
We were at Ghost Hollow yesterday. Like 4 of us, just with railguns and snipers.
Oh yeah.
And we put a bounty on our head. Like, I think it was 3 million or something. And Amiro tried to claim it. Railgunned him.
Good. Oh, good on him. Oh fuck, where's my FS9s? Where the fuck? There it is. Just throw that. See, this is another thing, like, we actually had a target it was last week, we had a target, and they actually had a turret gunner. It was a caterpillar with a turret gunner. We're quite impressed. Anyway, we hit them. Like, we've trained against bloody caterpillars with turret gunners, so old mate still didn't stand a chance. There was only 4 of us, though. But when we did the boarding action, I sent 2 guys on to do the boarding, and bloody one guy was decked out, ready to go, heavy armor, all the guns, all the gear required. We're like, sweet, should be a good fight. His buddy was in a sperm suit and didn't even have a fucking gun. Anyway, buddy, old mate in the decked out got taken down first, and then his buddy pretty much just took a bullet to the face while trying to frantically pull weapons off of him. And, you know, it's one of those situations. It's just a lesson to learn. Like, and, you know, even if you don't want to run around with the gear on you, have it in your ship. Okay? Don't do hauling with fucking stuff that you don't want to lose, because in the current iteration of the game, you're going to lose stuff. Even
I would almost extend that to almost any kind of operation.
Yeah.
Anything you're doing, don't wear your most precious gear. I've waste so many time. I have seen so much time being wasted on ops because I want my armor back.
Yeah, just don't even worry about it. It's all throwaway. Yeah, Voidy, what are you up to? Jumptown's not running, so what do you said you were getting around in a C2 full of gold to try and pull people in. Have you tried out Ghost Hollow? You been going around there? I don't know if he's still in chat or not.
I mean, we told him to stay put, so if he's not here, he's not been listening.
Yeah, Voidy, you can 100% do that, man. It's fucking so shit, that career pack stuff.
Agents left the elevator down.
Yeah, it should be going back up. Yep, it's going back up. Somebody decides to fly off with it, good on them. It's just working.
I would laugh if someone accidentally butterfingered that $10 pack and accidentally added it to the starter pack list.
Well, what is it? I think there's a starter pack that actually comes with it. Like there's a Foundation Festival starter pack and it comes with that.
But that costs more though, right?
Yeah, well you're buying a starter pack.
Like not just the obligatory $5 bonus for the game, but like it's an actual shit in the end.
The Cutlet, they
that
will
would
add
make Zero to Hero more possible.
Yeah, that is true. Cutlet, they'll add the pirate pack when the pirate mechanics soon. Don't you know that? That's what they're going to do. Pirate mechanics need to be added to the game first. We don't have piracy. We're all just griefers. Actually, I should be adding you guys to party. I have friends.
You also need to complete a civilian swarm where there's like 200 civilians. You need to do 10 waves of griefing all of them. Only then can you get access to pirate packs like the Vandal and Pirate Swarm packs.
Cutlet, you're easily forgiven for that, mate. Even though COG likes to put it on their fucking marketing media.
Next stop, Central
Oh
Station.
man. Been pirating with Cutlet. That's good to hear. Mexican Standoff. Man, we don't get those anymore. It's either people bloody just try and fight us or they run away. Oh, you guys are at Microtech. You need to come down to Hurston.
3 million out.
Run away. It's not our fault you don't know how this game works. He says with 3 engines.
We've actually, like, Voidy, we had some, like, we stopped doing Ghost Hollow because the credits that you make from it aren't really much of an incentive there, and it is a small-scale PvP event. Like, I'd say 4 players, you know, if you want to go there with 4 people, that's probably a good-sized team. But yeah, like, we actually, it's a good experience if you know, like, I don't know, like, I'm from the military, so I end up, you know, getting half PTSD flashbacks because somebody shoots at us from fucking, you know, from the tree line. And we're just sitting there going, where the fuck did that come from? You know, start searching from him and shit. We had a 3-hour-long Armistice Zone standoff? Man. They gotta do something about those Armistice Zones. Yeah, like...
We had that too.
Miro ended up making a post on Spectrum pretty much saying, can we get rid of the Armistice Zone?
I think I've seen that.
They need to do something about those Armistice Zones. Like, not...
I feel
like
like
they need to
the Armistice... like the Armistice Zone themselves are not the problem. The problem is that the weapons are locked.
Well, that's the thing, is that they're locked because there's no security there yet. And that's what those Armistice Zones are supposed to represent, is that, you know, it's a safe space. It's supposed to be somewhat secure. But it's not. And instead of COG, you know, they spent all that time creating those missile turrets and gun turrets and all that sort of stuff. They haven't bothered putting any of that in. And I think they should. I think they should be putting that shit in there.
You want to go by next?
Better.
Sorry, say again, Nelson?
Where do you want to buy next? Which one?
Going to Ita.
The turrets seem to be working now. I've seen very little complaints about Everest Harbour or Portless or lockdowns.
Well, it's mainly because players aren't doing them anymore. There's been a wave of warnings that got put out for people trying to do them recently. Well, when I say recently, I'm talking like the last 6 months.
Did not notice.
But there are times where the turrets will get you. Like, normally it's the game lags and then you hear the turret fire and then you explode.
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport.
Ninetales Lockdown, man. The only problem we're going to have with Ninetales Lockdown is being able to sell the quantity of medical supplies we pirate. The game won't be able to keep up. Like COG would actually have to add a mission on the Ninetales side where they're just buying up the medical supplies in bulk. Just so that we could have that. Whichever one's facing towards Hurston, I'll go to.
Now arriving, Tisa Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
Voidy, another reason why a lot of people haven't been doing Ghost Hollow is because AI have been... This was a few weeks ago, so it might be old news now. The AI have been, like, spawning there en masse. Like, the last time I went there, there was, like, 30-something bloody... Actually, no, it's not right. Not 30. Like, 10. 10 fucking Cutlass Blacks just all, you know, circling around. And I'm just flying in. I'm like, yeah, these AI are derpy. I'm going to be right. I'll just pick them off one by one. Next thing, my game turns into Slide Citizen, and I'm playing at like 2 frames a second, and I hear all this Gatling gun fire go off, and then my ship evaporates.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Yeah, Cutlet. To be honest, I think CIG should do that. You know, make it so that Grimhex just buys them en masse. You know, you gotta take them back to Grimhex. Kind of like how they do with Jumptown.
Or the station just becomes a no question ask terminal because they're so desperate.
Yeah.
The Grimhex idea, I think I only like that if they also make it reputation dependent. Because otherwise, you're going to get people thinking, okay, there's pirates going on around the location. I'm just going to go straight to Grimhex and screw the Ninetales lockdown. Grimhex is buying all this in bulk, so I'll just go straight there with my C2 or whatever. Yeah.
It's easy. You just solve it by making them bloody only buy the stolen medical supplies.
Yeah, that would work too.
Just need to wait for people to do
Both
medical
stations
runs and
currently are in direct view of Hurston agents.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure how the planet rotates.
They'd only just be coming into view then. Carlos, hello.
One is leaving view and one is entering view.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% Cutlet, like, you know, buy the medical supplies at a loss as well. And then, like, technically, if you tried to sell barrel to a fucking, just, what was it, Orinth or a junkyard? Yeah, it's only Orinth. If you try and sell barrel to Orinth, you're selling at a loss at the current rates. Yeah, Voidy, I recommend if you're going to try and do Ghost Hollow, try and go there in a ship with a bed so that you can bed log across servers. Because, 9 times out of 10, like when I'm seeing people on the servers doing fucking Ghost Hollow, it's always like one guy that's just camping out there that's activated it on a server where they know that they're the only person. So yeah, like, and go there in like the most Care Bear bloody ship with a fucking bed on it too. That way they think you're a chump. Like show up in an Aurora or a 100i. Show up in a 100i with a career starter kit. And then lose it, and then just spend the remainder of the video trying to get it back. You are a chump though? Mate. You're not that much of a chump. In comparison to the people that we see in Star Citizen, you're a superstar, mate. That said, that's not a very high bar to get over.
Looks like the station I'm at, Husband is rising over.
Okay, that's good.
HDMS Woodruff.
Yeah, Carla, thanks for dropping in, man. Wait, buddy, I'm going to send you a DM on Discord within the next week or so for a Mongrel Court so that we can talk about piracy, if you're keen. But yeah, you don't have to answer now, mate. Buddy, we'll talk on Discord. I think you already dipped. That's alright. Oh no, you're still there.
Magic.
Get you on for a Mongrel Court as well there, Voidy. You haven't been on one yet, but you're pretty much a pro pirate yourself now. I hope I get pirated. So do I, actually. I hope somebody tries to pirate me. I don't want good pirates, I want like the shit ones that don't really know what they're doing, so I then can take their stuff and then tell them how bad they are. After you play with Cutlet, you realise how behind the curve you are. Yeah, Voidy, that's how it always is, man. Just trying to find the time. I know that pain. How far off from bloody... How far off are you from joining us, Silence?
I already raided Ita for its barrel. Ryder, sorry. I didn't want to go to your guys' place because I totally am not missing an engine because I totally didn't crash into the hangar when I was leaving Microtech.
What are you in?
I totally didn't want to repair without you guys seeing.
What are you in?
I'm in a cab.
Oh.
Same as you, free flight.
Yep. Yeah, but it's not a convoy if we're bloody flying to different outposts. This is the problem with that Care Bear mentality. We're all in a party together.
Wanted to repair.
We're in a party together, and you're already acting like a solo bloody trader.
I wanted to repair without it being caught on stream. Pick so it didn't happen is my mentality. No proof, no complaint.
They broke AC Black Flag. I actually saw that, like a Twitter about that. A tweet. Twitter. I saw a tweet about that on Twitter. I think they're doing it in preparation for Skull and Bones, which... Yeah, like, I played the beta for it. I can't really talk about my experience with it, but... Let's just say I wasn't impressed. Like, yeah, I get it. It's a beta, but I'm not complaining about the jank. I'm talking about the gameplay and the potential of the gameplay. And I was not impressed. The bugs and that I can look past. I play this fucking thing. Play Star Citizen for fuck's sakes. But yeah, like, that game, it makes me sad. Hello, X. How's it going, man?
Well, great timing there, Hex. Now you get to see that I can fly spaceships. The 39 things I'm not allowed to do can be null and void.
If you scroll back, actually, through the stream, Hex, you may actually hear a good argument for not letting Silence fly spaceships.
Hex has no time for this.
Alright, I gotta remember to put my helmet on before I leave the ship. It's clearly an AI with Borderline's voice synthesized. Yes. That is one of 2 AI that I decided to use. One with Nelson's voice and the other one with Silence's. I was actually going to get a synthesized AI voice. It'd be Voidy. But then I'd have to have a soundboard of all the clips that he does.
AI language model, I cannot comment on this.
I was gonna go something with error cannot process statement.
Oh, there.
Yeah, there was an NPC
Hello, Nelson.
criminal at the other one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's alright. What was I going to say? Just going back to what you were talking about there, Carlos. They failed to remove the deluxe editions from their stores. Normally the deluxe editions come with extras that you couldn't earn any other way other than buying it, though. No, those collector items type stuff. All of the editions contain DLC that requires server authentication. GG,
Oh,
Ubisoft. No. GG.
Oh, didn't this happen like last year with another Ubisoft thing? Where by shutting down the servers they more or less completely annihilated... Far Cry 3, wasn't it? They
I'm not
more or less
sure.
nuked Far Cry 3.
Would not surprise me. Because that sounds like an executive decision being made by someone.
I have my 360 literally next to my computer. It has not been attached to the internet in the 11 years that I've owned it, or 10 years, whatever, so I don't think these issues affect me too much. I didn't really play multiplayer on them anyway, so yeah.
Look at these numbers here for the amount of barrel that's been bought. Like, fucking, it's been a... What, that's a C2? No. That's a Caterpillar. I'm pretty sure... Was this the one that I came to earlier? It must have been.
There's a Caterpillar arriving at your location?
No, I was just looking at the barrel, quantity of barrel that was in inventory. And there was a Caterpillar's worth missing. From maximum storage. %, Hex. Although, what was it, Starfield's Collector's Edition? Like, what is it? They got a smartwatch. I looked at that, I'm like, what the fuck? They actually added a smartwatch. And yes, Kestrel. We are doing, we do have an escort. And Nelson, you will be paid. I'm not gonna bloody chip you on that, mate.
Okay, I have all the ships I want.
That's all. Now you can start working on getting 2 of everything.
Oh, true. I meant this already.
Oh, come on, surely Tesseract's gonna get some money soon again.
Was it like $300 AUD for 5 days of early access? Yeah, they have a regular collector's edition. So there's one with a watch, which is ridiculous. I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, like, that's pretty extreme. But, you know, there's people out there with more money and, you know, more dollars than cents, so they're obviously going to buy it.
That's funny.
Was there
I can use that in German as well.
Why did I get a marker as though there's a person there? And there isn't.
Maybe a corpse.
Couldn't even see it. Check the ship. Ship comms are clear. So you're already full, aren't you?
Yes.
You're already full, aren't you, Silence?
The other outpost was also missing a small chunk, and I presumed it was from you. But if you're saying this one was also missing...
Yeah, like there's somebody else on a different server trading, but that's okay. Why am I getting 2 circles?
I'm aligned for Ariel, and I will cut my quantum jump. So you guys can jump to me.
Yeah, man. Alright, if you're wondering, yes, that is the Packrat logo on the background there. So the Stellar Packrat Logistics Org is a organization that I created as the lawful logistical organization that provides logistical services support to the other organizations within the Mongrel Corps. And they've been around for about 6 months now. Silence is the main bloke that's running it. He's in comms right now. I'm just the figurehead. But the goal is to build up my own little empire that I can control and be the puppet master of and make everybody do what I want. And then I can wall it off and just turn it into an entire content creation garden, just like Kate from Skunkworks.
I've pirated Skunkworks of their content a few days ago.
Oh god.
I've like found them doing a 1v5, like 1 hammerhead versus 10 Gladius or something.
Oh yeah, so bloody the hammerhead got smashed, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
yeah,
they
is a dead
took
body.
like down one or two Gladiuses, but that's because they got too close. Yeah, was nearby, and I filmed them and I uploaded them. Pirate.
Species human health 0%, cause of death, falling impact. They probably fell running down that ramp.
Probably jumped down.
He was walking and then the wind kicked up and that's what killed him. Alright, Nelson, you said you were setting up a waypoint for us, didn't you? Just let us know when you're ready. Yeah, so whenever I do these types of streams where I'm doing, you know, other organization content within the Mongrel Corps, I will actually turn on their logo behind. Alright, yeah, we'll jump to you in a moment, mate. Alright, Silence, slow down! I'm supposed to be going out there together. You've left me behind.
You suddenly looked at the floor.
I'm like the fucking... I was looking at a dead body to see what killed them. Lining up now. I think the jump's on me, yeah. Oh no, it's on you. It's already calibrated and ready to go.
Yeah, it's confusing. I think lead gets given to whoever joins last because it doesn't look like I have it. But calibration has always been a group thing. If one person, or you know, if it's already been calibrated, your computer doesn't need to calculate anything. It's already been done.
Yeah. Right, let's jump. Or not.
Pressing the button now.
There we go. That was a fucking lag step.
Yeah, it gets slower and slower every day.
Yeah. Is that Douglas? Looks like Douglas. Same avatar as Douglas. It's going alright, man. How you going? Nelson, hello.
Hello.
Hex, you already have my PayPal. Just donate there. I'll totally go bring it to agents later.
There's a donation button. There's none for this channel, mate. Just go throw it on one of the Mongrel Squad videos if you really feel the need, but it's not necessary. You ready, Silence? This one will probably be on you since you'll calibrate last. I'm aiming for Hurston.
We can jump straight to Lowell from here. If you set it on a star map.
I wouldn't do that because 26,000 kilometers is gonna be a long jump.
I haven't had issues with these long ones before.
Let's see how this goes. Risk it for the biscuit. It's only numbers.
For Lowell?
Yeah.
Bye, Nelson.
Is this
Okay,
jumping?
it does look like it's sending us to Stanton.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Going to
jump?
Lowell.
I didn't even jump. I'm just gonna
Okay,
go for it. Crazy Kitty, thank you very much for the follow there, mate.
This was working on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I mean,
jump to
what-
Hurston.
What's probably gonna happen, Silence, is gonna do a big arc
Yeah,
towards the sun and then towards Hurston.
It's just that big arc towards the sun is probably gonna take you halfway across Stanton.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut when I'm parallel. Fuck this.
I'll just meet you at
But for players, it seems to work. We did it yesterday. Saturday.
Yeah. Yes, Kitty, you did hear Silence as well.
No, I'm totally not science. I'm an AI in feigning Science's voice. It's the same reason why I'm not as good at silence as flying spaceships. Because I'm not him.
Did you get pulled along, Silence?
I'm still no. I'm still trying to make my way back.
Alright. Newfound appreciation of the Caterpillar loading boxes. Man, the Caterpillar for loading boxes from Piracy Hits, just... I'm glad CIG thought of that years ago. Like, that was probably one of the smartest things that they actually came up with. Because whilst having a C2 is beneficial to unload one C2 to another, in theory it looks good until you go to do it, in which case you realize just how fucked it is and how long it takes.
Had one hit where we used NPC. Hit one instance where we got followed by the target. So they created the transport beacon and got their friends. I think it was a 600i, a Scorpius, and a Redeemer or something.
I heard about
And
this.
we used two MSRs just in deep space, like 20 million kilometers away from each other. And we started unloading into one MSR and then jumped to the other as soon as they came to us. And just, it took 4 hours. But it worked out in the end.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is like, you don't even feel bad when that happens. You know, like, because it's gameplay. Yeah, it took 4 hours to unload a fucking ship. But the reason why it took 4 hours was because you're in a cat and mouse gameplay instance where you're being chased, you're being hunted. And you got to use those big brain moves to work around that shit, which is good. Like, that's the type of gameplay. You know, that's why I created Mongrel Squad and all the other organizations now. You know, to try and build up that content, build up that gameplay.
The Dang Scotsman in a Valkyrie, yeah.
Are you guys seeing the NPC Cutlass Black on the floor?
Yeah, I think it got lost.
There it is.
Everybody's gangster until you gotta unload a carrack. 100%, man. That's why I just destroy them now. If I can get on board, I'll be like, yeah, I'll clear the crew out, and then once I get that ship and I've got control of it, it's like, yep, fucking destroy it. We'll pull the box. We'll take the hit. I'm not pulling boxes through a fucking carrack.
Is that a Juan that said that? Is that a Juan that's returned? Is it Juan? It's been so long!
It's the
Literal
Juan.
years.
Not to be confused with
Yeah,
number Juan. Or chosen Juan. Soriel! Not really, man. We've been boring and trying to bait pirates into pirating us by hauling cargo and doing it in places where they'll find it really hard to pirate us at. This was kind of just an impromptu thing that I wanted to do. We tried this for awful space dads. Sorry, what you gotta do
Pay me, bitch.
before you actually go
One is
out.
down.
Tell that rat to get some furniture, the echo is unbearable. Yeah.
Agents, a theoretical question. If I see
Theoretical
like
answer.
this Valkyrie here, for example.
Yeah.
Right here there's a Valkyrie. If I see him, he's going full speed into you. You want me to ram him so he doesn't ram you?
You could try that, yeah. I'm not bothered if I get rammed. I do not care if I lose this cargo load, as long as it's in a cool way. If somebody goes to pirate me, I will fight back with everything that I have, and if they manage to beat me, I'll be happy.
And if you're just like this situation right here, you're just about to land, there was no one engaging us before.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, you can try. Take one for the team, but if you don't make it in time, it's not going to bother me. Voidy apparently has been trying to get pirated for weeks. He was telling us that he was flying around in a C2 with gold, and I'm like, that's your problem. You just got a bedlog between servers. Smo 18 in that C2 full of gold, just bedlog until you come across a Cutlass Blue. And then what you need to do, Voidy, is fight them in that C2, like dogfight them in the C2. And I guarantee you've probably got a higher chance of winning than they do. Especially if you stay low in atmosphere, just like within 2,000 meters of the ground. Because your C2 will have so much more thruster power than their ships. You will be able to bloody smash them. No, the C2 is the best heavy fighter. Whereas the Avenger 1 Pirate Squadron when you need it.
It's super heavy.
Oh mate. Like, we've actually encountered it's actually a valid tactic for counter piracy ops. What are you doing? You're a terrible Care Bear there, Silence. Why the fuck are you wearing heavy armor and medium armor pieces?
Because I look pretty.
Oh yeah, you look pretty and you're slow. You're bloody not min-maxing your credits in time.
The train will arrive when I arrive.
Nah, the train's going to be there when I get there, and I'm going to wave to you as the train pulls away, and you're still just running to the door.
Bet.
Here it is, right here.
Oh fuck. No!
Step away from the platform.
One. Ooh. Damn it. I was about to wave. Oh, mate.
Next stop, Central Station.
I actually have 2 empty bottles here as well.
But yeah, I was saying before, like, the A2 is actually used by some organizations to great effect as a anti-pirate or asset recovery or asset denial ship. So it doesn't matter if they've got a full crew or not. Like even just the pilot on their own is annoying. But showing up in an A2, especially if they deck it outright, can actually be a formidable ship to fight in atmosphere. Because it's got so much power. And a lot of the time, pirates aren't in combat metaships. We're in the piracy metaships, which don't have the greatest of firepower in comparison to other, you know, fighters. So, it's one of those things where it's like, people kind of laugh about it, but at the same time, you would find that if you employ the ship correctly and you're going up against a crew that isn't as experienced, because right now, like, there's a lot of tourists doing piracy, right? And they're just, you know, terrible. Like, yeah, but the only reason why they're succeeding is because their targets are worse. Like, they're, I don't know, man. It's like they've got their bloody head up their own ass and they're just like, yep, I don't see anything. You know, oh, what's that? 4 ships hovering in the sky? I'm not going to look at any of them.
It's maybe not super relevant to today, but when I started out with Star Citizen, which was nearly 4 years ago, my favorite event was doing QED training with the Mantis on an outpost. And we were doing some learning and practicing. There were about 20 of us. A caterpillar decides to roll in, sees 20 chevrons, half of which were glowing red with the ball around them. I was like, yeah, this is safe. We then
I'm crashing.
Dampened him.
Desktop.
We dampened on me, and then when we got out of atmosphere, we one by one activated our snares and just escorted him for like 20 minutes whilst we tried to get a boarding party on site. But it was just like 20 mantises on one guy.
Yeah. Like, the amount of people, we call it the silent QED now, but the amount of people out there that just do not pay attention, they'll take off from an outpost and you just silently QED them. You turn the dampener on, you follow them, you don't shoot them, just follow them up. They'll fly all the way into space without even, you know, realizing. Then once they're in space, you just shoot the fuck out of them, brick them, transfer the cargo. Easy mode. Easy mode. That's one of the reasons why we're actually trading over at Hurston instead of Microtech. Because it's harder to do piracy here. Like, you've got to be on top of your game if you're going to try and pirate somebody at these outposts. Because the quantum travel ceiling on ITA is only 2,000 meters. And the QED dampener's green zone is 4.5 kilometers. And the dampener is only 2 kilometers in radius, which means that there's a 500 meter gap. What is my favorite spot in the game? Not like planet or city,
next
but
to me.
spot. No. That's why I'm trying to get to the furthest point on this train as possible.
To be fair,
my favorite spot.
Do it far.
You're in a spacesuit. Oh, sick. Our fucking train's doing 360s.
Took my trousers off for a reason.
Like, my favorite spot is when I'm about to do a boarding action, and it's the build-up. You know, for me, it's more like, because it's a contextual based thing and it's more about a feeling, but I like being in that position where, you know, like, it's the calm before the storm and you're on the ship, everybody's, you know, kitted up, ready to go, and you're just waiting for the ship to get into position so that you can all just, like, you know, run out, go EVA, do 360 no scopes and, you know, disorientate yourself hardcore. And then, you know, like, make your way onto the ship. And then then you get on board the ship and you're clearing out and you're looking cool, and then you realize that, yeah, they bloody alt F4'd, like, just as you brick the ship. But yeah, it's that feeling just before the boarding action, the calm before the storm. I like that. Sorial 100, yeah. We haven't had any of our targets actually do that. Like ask if the server was 30k or anything like that. They just kept going. Like, we actually think that some of them were just, you know, AFK.
People are stupid.
You were talking earlier about how we don't like moving boxes one by one out of car decks. This mate is going to the extreme. I think he's unloading his ship all the way to the cargo terminal. 1/8 SU box.
Yeah, at a time.
HMS Pearlman, you say? I'll be right back, guys.
Trying to find a
This
terminal
for
to
chat,
load a rock
which
to mine.
planet is HDMS Pearlman on?
Magda.
You need to add, here's a test for the chat to see if you guys know. Otherwise they know that you don't know. It's not on Magda, it's on Daemon.
Pearlman. HMS
Maybe
Pearlman
Delirium.
is on Magda.
Correct.
See? See, Nelson? That's how you do it.
It's a juicy crew in chat, yes. 2 caterpillars just barrel hauling. We got a Cutlass Blue with us running as escort who's more interested in finding a target to pirate. I don't blame him.
This is why we have residential snack haulers, so that we can always keep the board escorts well fed, well rested, and entertained. Because at some point they're going to turn on us out of boredom, prison architect style.
You are clear to launch.
Silence. Kitty wants to know where your favourite spot is in the game. Not planet or city, but spot.
I don't have too much choice in the matter. It's depending on how much of a good boy I've been. It's either the scanning chair of the Terrapin, I think it is, or the pool of the 890.
The pool of the 890.
And if I've been a really, really good boy, I get to have the captain's chair. But that's rare.
Thank you.
It used to be the pilot's seat of the crab, but I have been banished from using that ship.
Curious about this Roland person. Wonder if they're a pirate.
He's talking about the building on the outpost.
It's
Where they
possible that he
where
might try
the
and go to help him though. Help him. Skull scrapers. It's a pirate org. That's what is it? That's Dead Leader's org. Oh, good luck, mate. Good luck. Alright, Silence, we got a direct jump to Ita from here, man.
I thought we were going to Magda.
No. No, Magda was the place where HMS Pearlman is. Actually, Nelson, what are you actually heading over to?
I'm there
Magda?
already.
Can you check the terminals there and see what the price of diamonds is? And the quantity of diamonds there too. We may actually be able to start filling this cap
Quality?
with diamonds. Quantity. How much diamonds they got in stock.
Scabs behind us. In a vulture. Damaged.
Alright, Silence.
Silence, ready to jump.
You ready to jump?
I think I have lead as well.
See if you pull me along, because I'm not getting any sort of UI. Yeah, you did. Holy
Jumped.
shit.
Shame I don't get to see you though.
Yeah.
It used to be cool doing group jumps.
Is my game crashing? No, it's catching up.
Especially with big ships.
Info thinks I'm in a cutlass red.
We're, Kitty, we're just doing cargo hauling at the moment.
I'm at 1000 SCU, 3.8 K per unit.
Silence, do you want to go to... Whereabouts are you on Magda?
Right
Velman?
behind you.
Environment, yes.
Silence, do you want to go to Magda instead? We can buy diamonds and probably make more.
Okay.
Classy merch am I rocking today? It's just a regular old Mongrel Squad black cap from the Mongrel Squad merch store. I've actually been thinking about putting the other orgs logos onto bits of merch as well. That way when I'm streaming doing ops with them, I'll just put that merch on. And
We have
be
a
more.
mascot which we can make you one of.
Yeah, we can't have the mascot anyway.
Info is Test Squadron and Explore one small step for man.
Silence, you ready to jump to
I
Magda?
think Sinfa is waiting, guys.
Jumping.
There's no way
don't
someone
bother.
enlisted in 2014 and doesn't know where to pull out vehicles.
Ooh, you'd be surprised, man. You would be surprised. Thanks for dropping in, Voidy. Yeah, man. Oh, my DM's always open, man, so just send us a message on Spectrum, Discord, Gilded, whatever. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Catch you later.
I was actually DMing around with Fair, with It's Not Fair,
Oh, yeah.
and he
yeah.
said they want to do some training to get better.
Training. Ooh. Alright. Gonna jump
Be
to
learning on
Pelman.
the job.
Yeah. Alright, looks like I'm
Jumping.
Jump Master.
I had your icon. I've done it. Should take you with me.
Nah, I had to do it myself. It's alright.
Oh, you are nice and blue. Bye, Voidy. I really need to make chat big. It's good that it has a pop out, but it is way too small for me.
Oh shit! Silence. We came out right next to each other.
I'm moving. Yeah, the jump to Magda surprised me as well because you were far on my left, like a good 40 kilometers, and then when you arrived, you were more or less directly below me. Actually, even further on my right than I expected. Hex, that's a different type of training.
Just so that you guys are aware, I'll probably be calling it very soon. I do have an early start tomorrow morning. This was just like a quick impromptu stream, so probably do one more run after this one, and then that will be it. So if you do want to jump in, you're able to jump in the next like 10 or so minutes, feel free to, but if it's going to be half an hour or more, probably best not to waste your time trying to join on us. That said, silence may continue because we lose our free fly stuff later today.
He also may go have a shower and some food, depending on what's going on. Because I need to go back to work in a few hours as well. I came from work just to chill out and go back to work. Yeah, strangers.
No.
Oh, kitty.
Tired strangers.
Hello.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before with what you're talking about there, Kitty, with the defender inside the caterpillar.
Yeah?
Other ships, yeah, other ships doing stuff like that, like just regular fighters and things like that. It's quite insane, actually. Because there's supposed to be logic there that stops that from happening. Obviously, it doesn't always work.
Yeah, you'd think.
Kitty.
To the death stare, that like it was Hex's fault.
What's your favorite?
My favorite spot. Shit, I shouldn't have asked that question. It was gonna come back to me then.
you knew I was part of this, and yet you still let me.
Any place playing together with friends, being you guys and stuff. I'm really having fun, so that would be the best spot, and I'm not joking. It's a cheese answer, but it's my answer.
See, that's what I'm talking about, though. Like, it's one of the reasons why I like started pushing into the direction of creating the other orcs, like putting Packrats. The best ship in Star Citizen is friendship. Yeah, wait until CIG works out how to monetize that one, Nolat.
Party pass.
How's it going, man?
You can create a party of up to 5 people for free. Anything more, you need to have a subscription.
Oh, mate. Are you joining us in game, Kitty, or are you just on comms with us?
Yeah. No. I joined on Borderline.
Okay. I will add you to partay quickly. Oh god, I'm in the wrong window. I'm a terrible space dad. I keep stopping. Sea Kestrel.
Oh fuck, I just realized I forgot my legs and love.
Okay. Sorry?
I need to remember them later.
100%. Maybe the org tools will be waiting on a subscription base. Oh god. Oh man. The $10 friendship starter pack. It'll be a gear pack though. Stream sniping. Are you now, Kestrel?
So we're hanging out in Hurston then?
Yeah. So the intent is to do like cargo hauling over this way. Did you buy all the diamonds? God damn it, silence. That's okay. I'm just gonna buy it all. I'll buy it all.
I keep forgetting that there's about 600 SCU in the cat. It always feels like to me it's only 500, but there's another 94, and I do apologize.
Well, do you guys want another cargo ship to compete with you guys on the cargo hauling,
I'm a hurricane.
We're running
It's so amazingly on Saturday quantum jumping it.
Yeah, bring a cargo hauler, Kitty. We're cargo hauling, so it's just a convoy. We're not competing.
Okay.
We're just barrel running at the moment. Well, right now we're diamond running.
Can you give me a number between 5 and 25?
5 and 25.
Oh shit.
13.
Am I
I've
stuck
been
on
waiting
the
at
CG?
13 kilometers out and will be trying to merge onto you with my QED.
Which one's you?
It's
You're gonna merge onto yourself?
Oh, you mean that? I'll do agents.
Ha!
God.
Alright, power capacity to weapons. Pin. Oh, he's out of range. Oh, there he is. Good luck, Nelson.
I think Magda's quantum travel ceiling is actually 3,000 meters. It's like 3,100 or something like that. So you might actually be able to pull this off. Alright. Silence, I'm just going to go for a straight jump to Hurston. Silence, we've got a straight jump straight to Hurston. So we'll just go direct.
Kestrel incoming, the Gladius pirate.
Ooh.
Okay, there's the ball.
Ooh, get called out, Kestrel.
Okay. If he stayed still long enough, I might have just thought that he was part of the background. Dinner tastes better when it's rage cooked. I don't know, man. When my missus cooks dinner and she's angry, I normally don't get the best food.
I don't get any.
Alright, I'm going in.
So from what points are we flying between buying and selling?
So it's actually from Lorville to Ita.
Ita.
Oh, you
From-
overshot that too hard.
Oh wait, so buying in Lorville and selling in Ita?
No, the other way around.
No.
Buying it
Other
Other way
way
around, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You were
Nelson,
there
you just
when I
shot
quantumed
past my
in?
friend.
No, I was going for agents and this dampener turned off.
Hit the green zone, mate.
Yeah, you're going too fast.
So when you're doing dampening on outposts, one of the things that you need to do is like burn in fast, but roughly like you started at 13 kilometers, so you're actually gimping yourself a bit more by starting closer. Realistically, for a Cutlass Blue, it's actually better to start further away, like just on the edge of detection. And the reason why is because it gives you enough time and space to be able to slow down enough that you can compensate for the target's movement to do the merge. Because you want to aim towards the direction that the target's moving towards. Always aim, you know, like to do a merge, you aim in the direction that they're moving towards and push yourself in that direction. And on moons, the majority of moons, the atmosphere closer to the surface is thicker, but on the majority of moons, the atmosphere is still pretty thin. Ariel and Aberdeen are the exception to this. So when you're doing your merges on targets, especially on a moon like Magda or Ita, you need to be conscious of how much you're going to slow down before you hit that green zone. So you may actually have to manually compensate for that. Now, fortunately, if you're using a Cutlass Blue, if you switch to VTOL mode, you can take advantage of the extra thrust that you get from the VTOLs being pointed downwards, and just to arrest your descent faster so that you can slow down. And then as you get closer to the target, you slow down faster with your VTOLs going. As you get closer to the target, you can then either stay in VTOL mode, reorientate, and then use your strafe to do the merge, or you can switch back to regular flight mode and then try and merge the conventional way. But yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's why we always practice. Like, when we're doing our QED dampening practice, we do it on moons with thin atmosphere to force that condition. And the quantum travel ceiling on Magda was 2.1 kilometers, by the way. So your margin of error is actually quite narrow to be able to capture us, and you're kind of relying on us just being derps, not really caring about what we're doing. That's why we train, man. That's why we practice. Because we understand. And that's why, like I say, like, piracy on Microtech right now, it's easy mode. Like, we're pirating screen lickers. Screen licking easy mode. And the problem is that the majority of whores aren't going to the other places where it's more difficult to pirate them. So, you know, we all just end up there.
Would be hard mode if you use the snare only.
Oh, of course. But you could do that, but you'd need somebody closer to the target to direct. But once again, it's still easier on Microtech to use the snare than it would be on a moon. Because the distance is still the same regardless of the location with the snare for the green zone. 100% Uncle Porkchop. Welcome, by the way, man. Although, I don't have a Tobii eye tracker because I'm not convinced yet that it's really what would help me out. Although I do need to come up with a head tracking solution. I need to sort that out.
Use Freelook, bro.
Yeah, Freelook, exactly. I was going to go on that. Like, I like it very much for immersion or when I want it, especially in live fighters, but I have a toggle that I can reach really quickly to turn it on and off because sometimes, especially when using multiple screens and trying to check chat or Gilded or whatever, it gets nauseating. And as Nelson just said, a quick thumb over to, I guess on your keyboard it would be Z, to do a quick free look once in a while is perfectly fine. I use it mainly for the other advantages, not for Star Citizen. I barely use it in Star Citizen, honestly. As much as it is really cool. I also used it in Far Cry, I believe it was 6 that I played, no 5 that I played on stream a few months ago. That took some getting used to. It wasn't quite as fun as one would imagine.
Isn't there the other thing too, though? It's not Tobii, but a head contraption for saying where you put. It's a. Oh, what's it called?
Track IR.
Yeah. Huh?
Track IR. It's like a little.
That one, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's got was it 3 LEDs and a small mount that you can put on your headset.
Yep.
Like you do have Star
Which one of
Citizen's
them is
FOIP. So if you got a regular webcam, if your face is lit up well enough you can use Star Citizen's FOIP to a certain degree, but it's the same issue that the majority of them have, which is there ends up being drift between your character's head position and your head position, and it starts getting off-centered and even more disorientating. So you have to have a button to recalibrate quick.
And that I feel that recalibrate doesn't really help that much, so I have resorted to double tapping toggle if I need to. That works efficiently. But it especially gets work if you've got a swivel chair or a rolly chair, or you reposition yourself often. Yeah. Especially when looking around, you do big head snaps and you get out that dead zone.
Where are you, Silence? I'm already on the train.
I'm at the. We had the same idea when leaving Atmosphere, and I believed I was in charge of the jump. So I actually managed to cut my jump, technically, as soon as we jumped. And then my quantum bugged out and I had to fix that.
Thanks for dropping in, Doug. See you, mate.
Bye, Doug.
Yeah, I didn't end up. You gotta head off too, Nelson?
Lunchtime.
No worries, man.
Don't tell me
Thanks for
I forget.
dropping in. I'll send you some credits after this.
Yeah, try it.
Hey.
See you, mate.
Thank you, Nelson.
I've used OpenTrack before as well, there, Hex. It's actually quite funny. I had an old headset that I'd set this up with, and I had an old Windows phone, really old Windows phone. And I used the accelerometer on the Windows phone with OpenTrack to do head tracking, and it was actually pretty good. Like, I rarely had to recalibrate it. I just looked ridiculous because I had a bloody phone velcroed to the top of my head. Yeah, it's as ridiculous as you think, but it worked. And I was like, this is actually pretty good. If I could think of a way to come up with, like, you know, just creating a small, you know, unit with an accelerometer, you could probably achieve the exact same result.
Why did you put it on your head?
Well, because it's head tracking. So I put it on top of my head because it needed an even surface. So
Not
and
bad.
I velcroed it to the. I had Velcro on the top of my headset. Yeah, no, lad.
I was going to suggest you have a natural cushion to put it in.
Yeah, but my hair won't hold it onto it that well.
Is it Woodruff or Ryder or both?
Both of them sell barrel.
Where are you guys going next?
Whichever one's facing closest to Hurston.
Woodruff then, I guess.
Soriel, I
Anyway.
looked amazing with it on. My wife did not make fun of me at all every time she walked past me while I was playing my PC. Like, you know, if I hadn't changed headsets, I'd probably still be using it. I wouldn't be. Like, it just ended up... It was cool, I liked it for the fact of the functionality, but I just... There was times where I could actually feel the weight when I'd turn my head to certain extremes. So if I turn my head, like, you know, all the way to the left or right, I tilted my head, I would feel the weight of the phone start trying to pull a little bit further. Yeah, the loot clip.
I'll
Yeah,
wait for you guys there.
yeah, if you want, mate. Like, I've sold, so I'm on the way back to the spaceport now.
I'm gonna land and wait then. Do you have to find a hangar store and then go by train there?
Yes, but the trains are pretty quick here on Lowell.
I guess that's why Microtech has been so popular with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of that, then it's also a pirate hotspot.
Supply and demand. Like, Quanta exists, but not AI Quanta, but player-made Quanta.
Yep.
So I think I broke my foot or something. I can't go fast.
Ow.
Maybe when getting off the elevator of the cab?
So I'm not sure what you meant by your DM.
When I didn't take a screenshot of my barrel because it would be the same amount of money that you made.
Yeah.
But this is the diamond cell because I had the whole cargo and you did.
Yeah. Like, that's what I mean, man. Like, a lot of people sleep on diamonds because of the refresh rate, but, you know, that's one of the reasons why I got Nelson to check the bloody quantity of diamonds there, because if it's, you know, more than what your ship can carry, you're better off just grabbing a load of diamond and then doing a quick diamond run, because the profit margin between the barrel and diamonds, like, barrel is like 300 alpha UEC per SCU, whereas diamonds is 500. So if you can fill a ship full of diamonds, do it, and then just go back to running barrel. Yeah, I've actually been thinking
Train
about...
lady called me fat.
Yeah, good. It's because you're a suit.
Welcome to the
I've actually been thinking about picking up a track IR. It's just about finding the motivation and then the money. Like, I haven't gotten to the point yet with flight combat that I've really felt the need for proper head tracking. That said though, I've watched plenty of other people doing PvP flight combat with head tracking and I'm like, fuck, that would be so much easier if I could just look at where my target is while my ship is not pointed at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, heck, so I've actually got to, I need a 3D printed phone class to fit on the headset. Could do that. But I'm thinking of just, because I know you can do a, kind of like the budget track IR setup using OpenTrack. And you can create your own, essentially, homemade track IR. So I'm thinking about doing that. Yeah, so...
I think it is. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I just want to say it's Woodruff I'm on, I think. If there was any question on where.
Okay.
Oh.
I was gonna say that, like, I think the majority of people in chat have already heard me say it now, multiple times in stream. Microtech is now easy mode for piracy. And, you know, those haulers who keep fucking expecting to be able to just, you know, haul without issue. There's not really much more that we can do for them. Although some orgs are learning. You know, I'm hearing more and more about people trying to fight back. Kestrel, you were there, if you're still in chat. You were there when, buddy, we had that cargo hauler who had a turret gunner in their Caterpillar. And it wasn't expected. You know, Kestrel was the first ship on site. Yeah, and buddy, you know, he goes to the silent QED, and then he starts getting shot at. It was good. Like, it was a good hit. Like, yeah, sure, old mate still lost the encounter, but like, I still applaud them for it.
They clearly learned enough to have a turret gun, and now they've learned the next stage of how to do it even better. They hopefully recognized how much of a difference it was from the first time Combat Pirated. Or it was a fresh person that they just wanted to bring along who didn't know how to fly ships. It's also possible, but
Yeah, well, part of the problem I think that they had was, bloody, they ended up getting pirated by the wrong crew. Like, that's their first issue. Why am I trading Stony? Because I want to make numbers go big. And I'm sick of moving boxes from one ship to another with a fucking mouse. Also, I'm bloody, hold up. Oh god, there we go. I'm, playing as a Packrat today.
my influence has succeeded. The usurping has begun.
That said, I do plan on
That's why I
doing
can
some stuff with the
circumplace
cartel. Yeah, 100% Kestrel. Like, if that cat had run into, like, casual pirates, you know, tourists who had never, you know, who were still learning how to do piracy, they would have got clapped. Like, those guys at Burke's Fort in that video that he made about pirates taking over, if that guy had come against those guys, they probably would have won. The Caterpillar would have got away. 100%. But they came up against Mongrel Squad, who happens to train in those scenarios. So, you know, it sucks to be them, but hey, fucking more power to them. Microtech piracy mode, easy mode exists. Yeah, my problem, I like it because, yeah, it's bringing more people into piracy, and I'm always about that. My problem is that we've got people who are getting into piracy and trying to make themselves sound like an authority, and they know two-fists are fuck all. A cartel smuggling stream? No, we'll probably do like gun running stuff. Like, they're gonna have to learn. That's the thing. They're gonna have to learn, and it's gonna take them time. But they will learn.
Who? From context, who? The targets or the cartel?
Oh no, sorry. No, the conversation changed. Bloody, I was talking about the pirates and the haulers too. Like, pretty much both parties need to learn. Why can I not quantum travel?
Because you're not with your crew.
No, mate. Well, where the fuck are you, Silence?
5 kilometers behind you.
Are you able to quantum travel?
Although, I was 5 kilometers behind you, and then you slowed down. Then I, fuck. I'm having the same issue as you though. I can't set route.
Alright, let's jump to Everest Harbour and see if this works. QED? No. We're at Lorville at the moment there, Stony. Low Kestrel.
What are you guys doing?
Convoy trading at the moment.
Nice.
Success.
Yeah. Alright, oh shit. Felt like I just hit something. Alright. Just so that you're aware though, mate, this will probably be my last run. So, but those who are here with me, if you guys want to continue on, you're more than welcome to. Alright, we're going through OM6 here, Silence?
Yep.
Alright. Looks like the jump's on me.
Ready?
Alright. Jumping.
Success.
Do I have a crew? I do not have a crew on board, but I'm traveling in a convoy with Silence. And my plan is that if somebody tries to pirate me, I'm going to kneecap Silence and let them hit him, and then I'm going to fly away.
Can you confirm you don't need to kneecap me for me to hit them in the face with my cat? Accidentally. Just arriving on site. Ready for item?
I don't have a marker for you, Silence. Do you have one for me?
I am target locking you now. I am 4 kilometers to your presumably left, out of your window.
My game hasn't updated your position yet. You're still showing up 1,400 kilometers away. I think it's a separate jump. We'll jump in 3, 2, or probably not. Oh, there we go. Recalibrated. Fucking
Same
hell.
issue.
This game.
Ready?
What is going on? It's not letting me jump.
So few people do group jumps because it just breaks so much more often.
And it's broken.
Am I in the
for me
way?
again. Nah, it's not you. It's
we have a bit of
just a
PTSD
system.
from Saturday's training.
Silence. You might have the jump control now. You try
I don't see your
jumping?
name, but I can.
Yeah, just try
You
jumping.
ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Sweet.
Yeah, I can't see ya. You're still at Lorville according to my fucking point of view, but whatever. Yeah.
We had this thing about trust a few years ago with that Pisces and the 890 jump. Although to be fair, the 890 jump then blew up, but that's a different issue.
I've got control of this jump silence.
Jumping 3, 2, 1.
You broke it for me. God damn it.
Bye!
Just going on back onto what you were talking about there, No Lad, about increasing the skill ceiling for piracy. Honestly, man, I think I didn't agree with it before, but I think that we might actually have to encourage CIG to do it, where soft death actually damages some of the cargo. And then CIG needs to put some more time and effort into distortion damage, so that disabling ships using distortion damage is the more preferable method. Ship hacking, yeah. Like even having ship hacking there, I think would help out a lot too. Have you stopped silence or are you still going?
No, I'm going.
Okay, you're just moving slow.
Yeah. I have limits set in place.
Hello, top flip. Yes, I am falling. You're actually catching me on the last run for the night. Doing some gameplay with the Packrats. Well, actually, I just started doing it and they're joining in.
Kitty? Oh, never mind. What do you think? Your parking looked very, very interesting.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it looked like
And
you
we're gonna
pointed
run with
sky
the
high.
cartel, Stony?
Well, really?
Sooner rather than later, Stony. I do actually want to do a run with the cartel. I just need to talk to Legbro about what we do. Because as cool as doing like a prison smuggling run would be, I don't think it'd be a good idea to show off all of our secrets with the cartel. Maybe like do some prison gang stuff, go around shanking people. No bubbles further than 10 kilometers away. You're not there? No, I was just checking anyway. Stupid wind. Why?
Why do you think I took this parking spot?
Well, that's what I'm doing right now, Top Flip. I'm practicing my merchant skills so I can blend in.
I think if you crouch, you go faster if it's a storm.
Yes.
Oh my god. This is... Oh, that is...
I have a mule. I can pick you up if you need.
This is ridiculous. You're in the middle of a storm, so you crouch to be able to move faster. Oh,
Makes sense though.
Star Citizen things. Just add the Mission Impossible soundtrack. Yeah.
Mini-me. 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 Sorry.
Just need to put that on a loop. We don't even need the actual one.
Okay, I think we found the next clip. If Packrats ever do their own like YouTubing, that's going to be our intro music.
Mini-me. 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 Mini-me.
Come on, Slowpoke, we ought to wait.
Okay.
I'm a terrible space dad. I keep parking too far away from the fucking terminals. Solid agents, Agent Snake, Naked Lady. All of the above there, Kestrel.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't warn anyone. I just told them that there's a possibility some things might happen, and I think they've all forgotten it because it was 6 months ago when I mentioned you. But I didn't warn anyone.
Is the background music coming through on the stream? I can't hear it, so I don't know if it's actually going through. It should be. It might not be though.
You absolute bitch face.
Hey, I need the extra time so I can get back to my ship. I've got a fucking hike here. And the wind could kick up at any point. It's very faint. Okay. It's supposed to be faint, so yeah.
Are we leaving now?
Yes, we will be.
Yeah. I thought my headphones had broken because when I was listening to it on the bike, I could barely hear anything as well.
Yes, so the music from the Star Citizen soundtrack, I pulled it from YouTube, and none of it's mastered. So some of the tracks are really loud, more loud than what they should be, and others are like really quiet.
What was your intro music though? That wasn't Star Citizen. The piano. Was it?
Should be, yeah. I just have Star Citizen music cycling the entire time.
Alright, I recognize the song, I didn't recognize it as being Star Citizen.
Faint, good volume. Is
Oh, no,
is that good volume for your
17.
soundboard?
Soundtrack by Twitch has disbanded as of today. And I forgot to write up which songs I had used during my streams.
What's the distance between the ships to be able to join in a quantum thingy? Like the max, or within X amount of, huh?
It was 5 kilometers, but it could be more.
Oh, it should be way, way more. You jumped at 40 from me earlier. That might be because we had it open, we started beforehand and then you moved apart. It should be more than 5 kilometers.
You know, I fucking got that stuck in my head now. The Mission Impossible. Going
Yeah,
on a
but
loop.
Is it the music version or your version?
Inside my head, it's the music with all the drums and sounds and stuffs.
Group jumps a thing again. Jay, they are very jank. You can do them. They don't work that great.
They've been a thing forever.
Who's got control of the jump?
Is it maybe me?
I have no markers.
I have no
I'm
markers.
pretty sure
either.
anyone can initiate though.
I can
Pretty sure.
try?
Yeah, go ahead, Kitty. Give it a crack.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, going.
Yep,
Maybe?
we're all getting pulled.
Okay.
So, from very little experience comparatively to actual science, I believe if the group lead initiates, less chance of bugs. If someone else initiates, high chance of bugs. Oh, there were snare markers right there.
Ooh.
Did you guys see that?
No.
Probably AI. It's alright.
We flew right
don't
through
know.
some snares. Yeah, most likely AI.
I am calibrated Lorville.
Agents,
I think
that's
this jump is
Mongrel.
on me. Alright. I'm good to go. I'm gonna...
Someone's missing.
What? Are you missing Silence?
No, I'm on Lowville, but someone has targeted Edmonds. I
I'm
presume.
totally Lowville.
Or it's just...
It's just his game being jank. Kitty, can you try jumping? There we go.
Success.
Just did.
The grammar on text? What? Silence was complaining about that before too.
Yeah, the about of the YouTube video didn't make sense to me.
We'll have to read it again.
Though ironically, because I was on my phone and on my bike at the time, spelling was not a thing that could be done because Guild had fucked up their autocorrect. It worked for like 2 weeks, and it hasn't worked since.
See, silences. Caterpillar. There's Kitty's C2. We're on approach to Lawville. This will be the last run for me for tonight. I need to be a responsible adult and go to bed so I can get up in time for work tomorrow.
Yeah, you're not that young that you can just get up and go at any time you want, huh?
Well, I could try. It won't be as good for me, not anymore. There was a time where I used to be able to do that.
I hate that I feel like that's the time that's arriving to me already. I don't know if that's because I've used the opportunity too much or too little as a teenager.
Oh, do you guys have like settings lower or something with clouds and stuff? Because goddamn, I can't see shit.
Yeah, I've turned
Oh, I can't see
clouds
shit
and all
either, but
that.
I'm using pings. The ping just penetrates through the clouds for the geometry.
I ended up
Ah.
turning all the clouds and that off for myself. Just so that I could see.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was heading for a building.
Yeah, Silence, you look like you're about to hit the Hurston Dynamics building.
No, I'm going right by it. I'm gonna go wave to Hurston, give him a middle finger. Actually, I should probably do that when I leave, otherwise he's gonna give me...
One day we'll be able to land on those. Which reminds me, I need certain Nelsons and credits before we end.
D-shade.
Where even? Goddamn.
Jesus, someone just got pissed at me. I was apparently getting a little bit too close for comfort to a no-fly zone. Barely any warning, it just screams at you.
This is why I went high.
Well, it's probably one of the platforms that frankly look like the turrets from Freelancer. The space platforms, rather, the turret platforms, that's the one. First road, don't come to Packrat. Yeah, that's my job. I already have enough with Kitty trying to usurp me. And Agents only gets to because technically it's not usurping.
Yeah, I'm just exerting my control. Alright. That said though, he does have a good point. It's a low pop server. I'm pretty sure this is an Aussie server as well, so it's going to continue going down.
I'm definitely going to be carrying on with this. Just going to desperately need myself some food and a shower.
Oh, so AP is Aussie server, not Asia?
You may have put me on an Asian server. Look.
AP sounds to me like it would be Asia Pacific, because Oz has...
No,
well,
no, it's Australian. This is an Australian server. Because of the ping, so... actually, no. I'm looking at the wrong values. No, it is an Australian. It is Australian. The ping is like 20-ish.
Australia also starts with an A, so it's probably Australia Pacific, or maybe Australia Philippines. But the latency is not that bad, apart from the group jumps being a little bit funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pull everything off this ship before I leave, because I'm going to lose this ship once the free flight finishes.
Kestrel, are you planning on doing something, or why are you being so suggestive?
I'm exiting the ship. I spent some time going down because I didn't want to ram into anyone.
Yeah. This is another thing that I actually wanted to start getting the Mongrel Corps to do, is start playing on servers together more. Just in case, like, especially for Packrats and Cartel. If they need help and there's auxiliaries and Mongrel Squad on.
We talked about this on Saturday a little bit
across.
Agents.
Yeah.
There's just the issue with numbers. 100 people server with full loadouts, not even max loadouts, rather, just with expected outcomes, let's say. That means about 25 to 30 people on the same server.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like 100% perfect, like with that in mind. Like, you could just have a couple of guys just doing their thing whilst logistics are being done, and then if we need to you know, call for reinforcements, we can have other people come across from different servers to reinforce.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
But with the way that this game works, you know, like, doing the cargo hauling as a convoy is beneficial to all of us because we can stay close to each other and make it more difficult for anybody else to try and, you know, like, we stay close to each other, we can engage, but we also make it easier for reinforcements to get to our position and fight off whoever it is. And then once we get reinforcements there, we starburst and make it difficult for the, you know, attackers to try and track all of us. They'll only be able to take one of us down. This is actually another reason why, when it comes to doing convoy ops, it's ideal if we can get the convoy. Fuck. I just missed the train. It's ideal if we can get the convoy, like, an element of the cargo that's being moved within the convoy, having people invest in that cargo load or invest in the cargo, the convoy itself. So it's not, like right now it's the three of us and we're just investing our own credits into these cargo loads, which is okay. But to try and create more incentive to get reinforcements, to show up to defend the industrial ships, getting them to invest in the cargo loads as well. So, like while pirates are out there scouting for targets, looking for things, we can have, Packrats and Cartel doing logistics, like hauling or mining or anything like that. And, they're not investing all their credits into the load. They're not investing all their credits into the equipment. Part of it is, an investment from others who are playing at the same time. And that way, if the, those industrialists get attacked, we start calling for reinforcements. Those who invested in those industrialists feel more compelled to go and help them because they've got a stake in what's going on too. And realistically, it's not going to, the frequency of piracy attacks, in Hurston is a lot lower than Microtech. So if you're doing all the trade over this way, you're going to be able to make, money for jam. You're rarely going to run into pirates. And if you do, and you're playing with the other orgs, you'll get reinforcements in time.
Every time I talk about stories out of Mongrel Squad, the fun times we've had, the only main comment that comes back with us is like, yeah, I've been trading for the last 6 months and not a single pirate. I've not seen a single pirate.
Yep.
And I'm like, it's kind of boring then. How is there no one doing anything?
Can be arranged silence.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I do want to try and organise amongst, the mainly Mongrel Squad and the auxiliaries, is getting them to invest in cargo operations, cargo hauling, just so that we've got that steady income stream. How did you get here before our silence?
Yeah, because I switched places with the voice AI.
Oh boy, I don't like this. Processing order and it's stuck on it.
Took me like 20 seconds every time.
Who do I send the cash to? The earnings? Oh shit.
Alright, I'm going to send Nelson 100k for doing the escort stuff. He was only here for 3 runs, so 100k is fine.
Am I sending the earnings, the profit, to someone?
No. Just hold on to it.
Okay.
This was all impromptu.
You can donate it to the bank.
Send all the money to Nolat, he will distribute. Mate.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
If I bought for 1.628 and sold for 1.915, shit, mathematics. Ugh.
Call it
Later.
a million.
No.
The accountant will
No.
have to figure it out.
You would have made around 350,000 or something like that.
Ew.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream, guys. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along to do the convoy. I know this was last minute impromptu thing. I kind of just figured that I'd do something a bit different, and I wanted to take advantage of the caterpillar that was available to for the free fly, which ends in a few hours, and not at the end of the month like I thought it was. So yeah, I'm just gonna switch to base cam. Bam. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more variety based streams, but kind of with the other organizations within the Mongrel Corps. So for those who don't know, the Mongrel Corps is my little piracy empire that I've started to work on building up. And I'm going to build it up and then turn it into a walled garden for my own content creation, and not collaborate with anyone, because YouTube is a cutthroat business. I'm sorry. It's to build up an alliance of organizations who can support each other when we get server meshing and all that sort of good stuff as the game develops further, as it grows. That's why I've created the Mongrel Corps. We have Mongrel Squad, which is the main body of what the Mongrel Corps is formed around. And we've got the Mongrel Auxiliaries, which is our sister pirate org, which is more casual based, and also the pathway that we now use to recruit from. So if you want to join Mongrel Squad, you need to go through the Auxiliaries first, join them, do a bit of piracy with them, put your name in the hat to join Mongrel Squad, meet the conditions, which is playing with joining on ops that Mongrel Squad does with the Auxiliaries. It's 1 op per week over the course of 4 weeks, so it's 4 ops in total that you do with Mongrel Squad. If you do more, that's great. If not, doesn't guarantee that you're going to get into Mongrel Squad though. It just means that you've met the minimum criteria there. Officers will then reach out, have a chat with you, do a bit of an interview, see if feel you out a bit, and if we believe that you'd be a good fit, we'll bring you across. If not, you can stay in the Auxiliaries and continue pirating there. The Auxiliaries have actually built themselves up a lot. Dome's done a great job on actually encouraging activity. We've now got a small selection of officers within the Auxiliaries as well to help with running operations, so that we can actually organize events for those who are more casually focused when it comes to playing Star Citizen and doing piracy operations there. Mongrel Squad is a bit more, I wouldn't say hardcore, but more regular, and there are obligations that you do need to meet within Mongrel Squad. But if you're more interested in dabbling in a bit of piracy, doing it on the side, the Auxiliaries is a great place to be. It also has no restrictions on how many orgs that you're in. So when it comes to being in the Auxiliaries, it's a bit more flexible. I'm streaming. The other orgs, we've got the Packrat Logistics, which is our lawful logistics organization that focuses on providing services to the organizations in the Mongrel Corps. So right now, the need for those logistical services hasn't been a necessity yet, but I've created the org, created at the start of the year to help build up the numbers, so that when we get server meshing and it starts being more important to us, we've at least got the numbers and the structure in place to start building on that capability. What we did tonight was a bit of operating as Packrat's, doing a bit of cargo hauling, just making some credits, doing a convoy, sitting here, shoot the shit, chill out, take a bit of, give my middle mouse scroll wheel a bit of a break from moving all those boxes from targets that we pirate on Microtech, and also discuss the mindset that haulers could probably take on from a pirate's perspective on things that you could do as a hauler to make yourself more difficult to pirate, and my thoughts on how piracy has been going over the last few weeks since 3.19 went live. I will be doing more streams focused on Packrat operations as well, and there are other things that Packrats do, like medical, refueling, salvaging. Not really much mining going on at the moment, but that can be expanded. Gun running or collecting weapons to sell, and that kind of segues into the Murex cartel, which is our unlawful logistics organization, which focuses on the logistical services on the unlawful side of the Star Citizen verse. So you're looking at drug smuggling, prison merit broking, gun selling, weapons and armors and all that sort of stuff as well. And there's a lot more to it, but it's all still in its infancy. So it's one of those situations where I'm going to help those organizations grow by bringing more attention towards them, which is why I've taken up streaming again. Not only to promote Mongrel Squad, but it's also to promote the auxiliaries, it's to promote the Packrats, and to promote the Merrick's Cartel, so that we can start pulling more people in, helping people feel like there's more purpose to Star Citizen, because that's one of the things that I believe I've been able to do really well in Mongrel Squad, is make the game feel more playable by giving people purpose and showing them a different way of how you can play. And I feel like we can expand that into other aspects of the community and the gameplay that is available within Star Citizen. So I'm going to do it. That's it from me, though. I need to call it a night because I'm going to be a responsible adult and go to bed. Silence and Kitty, do you guys have anything else to say before we sign off for the night?
No, thanks for the company and the stream.
I think Silence has already checked
I'm
out.
hungry.
And on that note, thank you very much, everybody, for coming along. We'll catch you all next time. The Mongrel Squad reaction stream, I haven't actually put it out yet, but I plan on doing it at the old time. You'll see it on the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel. Just keep an eye out. But yeah, my next stream is going to be on the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel, and it'll be reactions and rants. I'll catch you all then.